I saw this really interesting article this week in The Atlantic
Okay.
titled What We Lost When We Lost Rom-Coms.
Okay.
And it asked if we're in essentially a love recession because pop culture stopped telling real love stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rom-coms that feature two equals following love.
Yeah.
Even as romance books are booming. The author of the piece, her name's Sophie Gilbert, argued that, of course, that kind of means bad vibes. But also, more importantly, younger people aren't seeing healthy relationships on screen. And so they're not getting that sort of blueprint for how to connect in an egalitarian relationship.
Yeah.
And she goes on to say that that could actually shape how men and women treat each other in real life.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that kind of sad? And it's like one of the lines she had in there was talking about heated rivalry and how people, this is the anomaly, not the, like, she complained about Love Story and all these other things that are on right now.
Yeah.
And heated rivalry, she said, confronted with the spectacle of two human beings of equal status, no power differentials or wealth/age/swag gaps here, navigating their ungovernable mutual attraction, the viewing public lost its mind. And I was like, I think that's so true. I think that is kind of why people were so into heated rivalry. It was a little let in at the first half, but like the second half picked up.
Yeah.
And I think like I for one grew up watching a rom-com or just a com with some rom.
Yeah.
And I like miss that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think people are trying, but people aren't watching it. Like, Netflix comes out with a new rom-com like every other week and no one's watching it. Like, no one's really tuning in. Like, people are making rom-coms.
I agree. I think there are ones being made, but they're just like kind of bad. They're just not that good. And I think back when we were younger, they used to be better and more resonant and like honestly funnier.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's ask the Gen Z in the room.
Yes, throw it to the kids.
Throw it to the kids. What, are you guys watching rom-coms? Do you even have a rom-com that you would watch?
I mean, no, the older ones are where it's at.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
newer ones are low quality and just cringe. Like, this is not happening. This is not a real love story. This is like, yeah, no.
Like, show me a real story that starts on Snapchat. You know, like, that's where love stories start, you know?
Right.
That's
No,
so
because
funny.
they, in like recent ones, they're like talking about TikTok and like Snap. I'm like, oh, no.
No.
This
And
is
it's
not.
written by like a 70-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and it's
Right.
like I needed to be like in touch with what's going on, you
Mhm.
know?
But it's like I also don't want there to be phones in there that much, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Because it's just like the references of like falling in love on the phone too, like they just
Mhm.
change so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Yeah.
It's like I can tell that this was from 10 years ago.
yeah.
But there are certain times when people are on the phone, like in When Harry Met Sally, they call each other, they're on a phone call, like a three-way call, and they both answer physical phones in bed. Do you guys remember this scene?
Yeah.
Anyways, and like that's old, but it's like, okay, I know it's from the early 90s, so whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. But when I see a rom-com and they're using like an iPhone from 2015, I'm like, ugh.
Well, so maybe we should bring it back because it is interesting that it's affecting what people are doing in the real world. But
Yeah.
I also feel like what's happening in the real world is a huge reflection of what's going on social media, what's going on in our society, like as a
Yes.
whole.
The manosphere.
So I don't know if we can totally blame the
We definitely can't blame the
rom-coms
rom-coms. I think the rom-coms are more
but-
of like a symptom of a larger
issue.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.